Yeah. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Love is my religion.
Well, hello and welcome to Greener Glamping, and also welcome to Mam Mawr if you come to the retreat centre. So when you see this building behind me with the sign there and the car park here, a camper van might be parked in it, and this little green sign for the Greener Camping Club, you've arrived. And then all you need to do is come into the car park here and this way, park up somewhere in here, be mindful that there might be other guests here too, and if you're staying in a small yurt, it's just here next to Shayne's vegetable garden, and this is the log cabin that goes with the small yurt. And I'll show you what you need to know. We start off with a little tour of the bathroom and the kitchen, and then I'll show you the yurt itself. Okay, follow me. So, just before we go any further, this is the little pond here, which you'll be able to hear the water running into. That's the outflow from the hydro turbine. So we're off grid up here. We produce all our own power. We harvest our own water. We get our power from a hydro turbine, from solar panels, and from a wind turbine, which you can see up there. See? Right. So the outflow from the hydro turbine goes into this little pond here, where you will find a Tesco's crate or a Sainsbury's crate, or, you know, we're not specific about supermarkets, but a supermarket crate in which you can put your bottles and cans to chill them. There is a fridge in the kitchen, but this pond works much more efficiently to chill bottles and cans than the fridge does. So there you go, that's that. Now, next. So, if you are staying in the big yurt, come down here, past the log cabin, come down this way, come down this way, come down this way, past the roundhouse, doorbell roundhouse, which is a private space that Shayne and I use for music and meditation and a bit of dancing, and we also run retreats and workshops here, and that becomes a central communal space when we're doing that. So during your stay, you may see us or hear us in there, but that's all good. So if you're staying in the big yurt is down here, down these steps. Just watch those in the winter when it's icy, because they get a bit slippery. I'll come back to the big yurt. So here we are by the log cabin. I'm going to show you the bathroom, and see up here, campsite rules. You'll also have had a copy of the house manual and house rules, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you could read those, please. Digest them and make sure all the guests who are coming have done the same. Thank you. Right, so the bathroom is here. So the guests booking the small yurt or both yurts, this is your bathroom. So you can see in here, there's the shower, there's the loo, sink. Right, so I'll run through a few things that we need to talk about in here. So, as I've explained, we get all our water from 2 springs up the mountain, and it's beautiful water. It's very lovely, it's like medicine. So we pipe it down to the house, we filter it, we don't treat it with anything, but we do filter it, and we also run it through a UV light to kill any bacteria, and then we tank it. And in order to get pressure down here in the cabin and in the other bathroom, in the big yurt, we have to pump it down here for you. So when you turn the taps on, a big pump in the house kicks in, and it sucks a lot of power out of our electrical system, which matters because we're off grid, as I've already explained as well. We produce all our own power from solar, hydro and wind. So it's important during your stay that you're mindful of electricity consumption and what you're doing. And that also applies to when you're running the taps, because the pump kicks in. So when you are stepping here with me, when you're running the water, turn taps on. It's dead easy, they're all lever taps. So just make sure you turn them fully on, and when you're done, turn them fully off. Ditto the shower. Just make sure you turn the shower fully on and then fully off. And we've got a little sort of diagram here on the wall to explain how to drive the shower, because it's not immediately obvious. Okay, right. If you want to get the hot water running, you're best off running the cold for 2 or 3 seconds first and then switching over. That gives the system a chance to prime up, and it gives the gas water heater here a chance to work properly. That normally kicks in automatically without any problems. If it doesn't and it freaks out for any reason, there's a little display on here which, so you want to turn it on. There you go, it's doing its thing. You might get an E code or a C code on here. If you do, just press the off button, turn it back on and try running the water again. Happy days. Right, so I just flushed the toilet. This toilet is a macerator toilet, so all the waste goes through like a macerator, a masher-upper, and then down to the septic tank where we deal with it. And the clean water comes out the septic tank. That's the plan anyway. It seems to work quite well. So, what's absolutely vital, you'll see from the little sign down here, nothing down the loo apart from pee, poo and loo roll. No wet wipes, no sanitary towels, no tampons, because if you do that, you will block the macerator, and unfortunately unblocking it is a horrible job, and we charge for it when that happens, because there's just no need to be doing it. So nothing down the loo apart from pee, poo and loo roll. Hope that's clear. Nothing. And minimise your loo roll usage as well, that's also important. We're trying to live lightly on the planet here, and during your stay we hope that you'll choose to do the same. Okay, so when you flush, hold the big button down, hold it down until all the waters stop flowing. If you do that every time, then the plumbing runs sweet and hopefully there'll be no blockages. Okay, so that's that on that. What else do we need to tell you about in here? Okay, so up here you'll see a heater. That heater is not to keep humans warm, it's to stop the pipework from freezing when we have very cold weather. So it's an automated system. Please do not be tempted to change the temperature or to turn it on and off or anything up here. Ditto the control unit, which I'll show you in a second in the kitchen. Please don't touch it. You'll cause us all sorts of problems if you do. So, other things in here are Raven the cat and the lights. The lights operate on a sensor, so don't worry about trying to find a switch to turn them on and off, because you won't find one. You might find, if you're in the shower for more than 5 minutes, which we do ask you to keep your showers short to conserve gas and water. You don't need to shower in there for ages. Just get in, have a wash, sort your hair, out you come. If you're in there for too long and Shayne's in the house, you might well turn the pump off because it does a heading. So, what was I saying then? Yeah, if you're in the shower for too long or sit on the loo for ages, in the dark, sorry, at night time when the lights are on, you might find that the lights turn themselves off. If they do, just wave your arms about, do a little dance in the shower, and it will come back on again, no problem. All right, so that's that. Last thing in here, in the bathroom, is it's vital that when you shut this door, the bathroom door, give it a push. Give it a pull on the handle. Make sure it's shut. Right? Don't come out of the bathroom without checking you've shut the door properly. There are two reasons for that. Firstly, is that it gets very breezy up here very suddenly sometimes, unexpectedly. And if that happens, the door will blow off its hinges. That causes all sorts of mither. And again, we'll have to sort of charge you for the privilege of having forgotten. So best not to. And secondly, when you leave the door open, if it's cold outside, then the heater will kick in, but it won't be heating the bathroom, it'll be heating outside. And that can also get very expensive. So please be aware. Just check the door after you leave the bathroom. It's not hard. That'd be brilliant. Right, I'll show you the kitchen now. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna walk us round to the kitchen now, which is just round here. So we go down this little track here. There's Raven the cat again. Right, there's the big yurt down there. Let's go past there. During the summer, all this is covered in leaves, and the two units, the two yurts are quite separate. So, right, let's show you here. So there's the yurt. There's the yurt and the deck and what have you. And then here's the log cabin. Table and chairs here for you. Again, you'll be nicely screened off by these lovely willow that are just coming into bud now. You'll be beautifully screened off from the rest of the property once they're sort of in flower come the spring. Right, let's go in the kitchen. You have to excuse me, this is my first ever time with the selfie stick. Way! Right. So, here we are, in here, in the cabin kitchen, which, as you can see, a bit of the 360. Right, there we go. There's a few things to tell you about in here. We need to tell you about. Right. Okay, so, first things first. What do I need to tell you about in here? Yeah, right. That window over there doesn't open. It doesn't open for a reason, because the gas cooker hob will blow out if that window's open. So that doesn't open. Don't bother trying to open it, it's screwed shut. This window does open, and you can either, making sure that little hinge is open there, and this little lever is over to the right, it will tilt. Right? If you push that hinge in fully and bring that lever over to the left and open it up, it does that. When you are opening them, please can you make sure that you use this little hook, hopefully you can see the little hook, and hook the window back, just to stop it blowing about in the wind and blowing off in the wind. That'd be great. Okay, when you're done, make sure you shut them up again. Both of those open, and you can, there's a hook, you hook it back. Okay, right, simples. This fridge, please make sure that you don't turn it up above 2. It's really easy to knock the dial. The little dial in there, just make sure it stays on 2. No need for it to be any higher. You should find all your glassware, cups, etc. over here. Just let us know if there's nothing, if you can't find anything that you need in here, just let us know, because it will be here somewhere. When both yurts get rented out at the same time, stuff does have a tendency to get moved around. So it could be down the little kitchen, but anyway, we'll sort it for you if you let us know. Gas cooker. There's your igniter button. That's a timer. If you turn this dial here is clockwise for the grill, anti-clockwise for the oven. If you want to get the oven going, push the knob in, turn it fully anti-clockwise, and use the igniter button. And you should then be able to feel the warmth coming out the bottom of the oven if you stick your hand in there. Okay, so that's that. Please make sure you turn the hobs off when you're done. Don't leave kettles or saucepans on the hobs to boil dry, because that could also be a very expensive mistake. We don't want any fires, and we don't want to destroy the kettles. So, when you are using the cooker, even if you're just boiling the kettle or making a pan of beans or whatever, please ensure that you turn on the extractor fan using this switch here. That is really, really important. And it's particularly important that you have that extractor on if there's a few of you in here and you've been cooking. Even condensation from people's breath will build up in here. When it's cold outside, you need to have the extractor fan on or a window open if there's people in here. Otherwise, we get horrific condensation build up, which is what the marks on the ceiling are. It's like old mould. So it's really important that you do that, please. Thank you. So everything you might need should be in here. Right, so moving over to this side. This strainer needs to be in the sink at all times, just to stop food waste going down. All your food waste can go into here in the compost bin. If you run out of space in that compost bin, there's an overflow compost bin here, the black bucket. And if you fill the black bucket, give us a shout, come and empty it for you. So that's that. Right, I did say, didn't I? There's the control of the bathroom heater, plumbing heater. So please don't fiddle with that or turn it off or unplug it. That's the Wi-Fi there. That should just work. You shouldn't need to fiddle with that. This is the heater for the kitchen to stop the plumbing in the kitchen from freezing. This is the thermostat for the plumbing in here. Please don't touch it. You don't need to touch that at all. And if you do, again, it could cause problems for us, so please don't. Right, we've got in here refuse and recycling. Red top bin's general waste, green top bin is recyclables. The council here recycle everything apart from crinkly, noisy plastic film, like cellophane on top of ready meals. And you sometimes get celery and stuff like that in it as well, don't you? So they won't take that, so that needs to go in general refuse, but everything else can go in the recycling bin here. If you fill that up, which is very easy to do if you're drinking cans and bottles, excuse me, then you can decant that and put your other recycling into the blue wheelie bin that you'll find in the car park. So, let's see, you find various cleaning items and what have you there. First aid kit on the wall, fire extinguisher, smoke alarm, carbon monoxide alarm, a map of where you are, which is quite handy. It's got some couple of little walks marked on there. An honesty box on the wall for extra packs of logs and kindling that you might use while you're here. So those extras are those cardboard boxes there, and the kindling packs are in the recycled 5 litre containers as well. Extra logs are £5 a pack, kindling packs which have 3 fire lighters and a bunch of kindling in are £2 each. So if you use those, please put your money in the box. You will find in the yurt that there's already 1 box of logs in a bucket and a kindling pack ready for you to use. So that's all good. Nothing else to tell you about in here, so follow me and we shall go. Okay, we're going to go to the yurt now. A few things to tell you about in the yurt. Okay, so here we are on the deck of the yurt. Oh, look, there's Raven the cat again. Hi, Raven. Come to join in. Okay, so before we go into the yurts, a few things I need to tell you about here. So there's a hammock hanging up here, and you can hang that between that eye bolt there and the other eye bolt over there, and swing to your heart's content. Just don't swing too hard and fall into the fire pit. So there's your fire pit, an old washing drum inside. Works very well. We do suggest that if you want to run the fire pit, you run that on real wood. We can provide logs for you for a charge, and alternatively you can go and get them from town rather than buying from us. We're easy, we don't mind. There's some swing seats here that just pull out and sit on. 2 comfy seats here. They don't want to go off the deck, they want to stay on the deck, please. If you want to have use chairs down here, you can use either the black chairs, move the table and black chairs if you want to, and there's some other wooden chairs in the cabin you can bring out here for being around the fire pit. If you bring a dog with you, if you could please try and make sure they don't pee in the same place around the yurt, because it kills the grass, that'd be really appreciated. There's a barbecue here. There's a barbie there. If you want to run the barbie, please can you run it on this metal plate here, or you can run it anywhere you like on the grass around there. Okay, that's us there. Right, so lighting. There's some white lights up here. See, that provide a bit of very gentle illumination for you to use at night time. And you will find up here the remote control for these lights. Turn on and off. You turn them on and off, and if you hit timer, they'll stay on for 6 hours. So you don't have to worry about running the battery down, turning them off when you go to bed. This controller also controls these lights around the door, which are a bit more disco-y if you fancy a bit of a dance on the deck. Right, so we go into the yurt. So here we go. Welcome, welcome. So nothing amazing to tell you about in here. It's all very self-explanatory. If you want to use both the beds and you've organised that with us, you'll find next to the bed or on the bed we will have left the bedding for that sofa. Please make sure you use the sheet on the futon. Don't just get on it and use the throw. You will find your logs here, wood burners there. Please read the instructions that we've sent you about using the burner. Don't run the burners with the door open. Follow the instructions we've provided to light them and get them going and run them, and you'll be golden. Right, there's nothing else to tell you about in here really, apart from that. I may even do another video about running the stove, but we'll see how we get on. Right, the only rules are enjoy yourselves during your stay and don't put anything down the loo apart from peeper and loo roll. Oh yeah, don't set fire to anything, obviously. That's it. Have a great stay, guys. So, if you are staying in the big yurt, which is down here, you need to follow me. We're going to go down past the roundhouse, down the steps here, down to the yurt. So I'll show you the yurt in a minute. First things first, let's just show you outside area. Right, so this is your outside area. Got some benches, table, barbecue over there, grill and utensils for the fire pit, which is here. This little device made out of horseshoes is to put your hot pans on if you want to cook. Chairs, etc., all self-explanatory. Barbecues there, as I said, candle, lanterns, light switch for out here is up here. that's it really on that. Right, so this is the bathroom, which is here. It's bathroom, shower's there. Have a look in. Okay, so there's your shower. Your light's there, comes on automatically. This is the compost toilet, which is a separating toilet. So your pee needs to go in the funnel at the front and your poo goes in the bucket at the back. Now, if you manage to do that successfully, which some people don't, then it won't smell. But if you start mixing them up, it can get a bit whiffy. So just to be advised, guys, you need to sit down to pee. Girls, you need to direct your flow. Sounds simple, yeah? You'd be surprised. So if you could do that, that'd be great. If you fill the compost loo up, just give us a shout. So you don't need to use sawdust, which is in this bucket here, unless you've had a poo. And if you do, you literally need 1 centimetre in the bottom of the cup and just sprinkle it on top. Loo roll can go in there, but just try and minimise your loo roll usage if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great. And that's it in the bathroom, really. Water I'll explain about in a second. In fact, no, I'll do it now. So, water-wise, there's a little gas heater just in the kitchen here. So when you turn the taps on, we're off grid up here. So we produce all of our own water and our own power, and we get the water from 2 springs up the mountain, pipe it down to the house, filter it, UV treat it, and then tank it. We don't use any chemicals. To get it down here for you guys under pressure, we have to pump it. So when you turn a tap on down here, a big pump in the house kicks in. It sucks loads of power out of our system. So please just be mindful about not running the shower or the taps for too long. When you run the water, just run the cold for a few seconds first before you put the hot on. That'll give the system a chance to pressurise up. That's it, really. Very simple. It is what it is. Right, let's go and show you the kitchen. This is your compost bin for food waste. All food waste can go in there. This is the kitchen. So hopefully you'll find everything that you need down here. If you don't, it could be because it's migrated up to the top kitchen. Just let us know and we'll move stuff around for you. But you should find tea, coffee, sugar, cooking oil, salt and pepper, all the basics, some little candles over there. When you're using the gas stove, please make sure you turn it off after you've used it, obviously. Okay, this yellow bucket here is for recycling. So everything here is recyclable. The council recycle everything apart from noisy, crinkly plastic film and hard plastic, like toy plastic. So everything else is recyclable, can go in that yellow bin. If you fill that bin, you'll find a blue wheelie bin up in the car park. And please, could we ask you to put any of your excess recycling directly in there, if you wouldn't mind. And also empty that recycling bin up there before you go too. That'd be much appreciated. You should find in here a hand towel and a tea towel and a washcloth. Washing up liquid and some all-purpose cleaner and what have you provided. There should be some knives in here too, utensils all ready for you. Coffee pot, whatever you might need. Fridge. There is a fridge in here. Please make sure that it doesn't go above 2. If the temperature is below 8, the fridges here don't function because they're not designed to. They won't operate in temperatures below 8, so they turn themselves off. But if it's that low, you won't really need to use them as anywhere other than to just put food anyway. So in that wooden box down there, you'll find cast iron cookware, which you can use on the fire pit. And I'll do a separate video about how to use that and how to clean it. There are instructions in there about how to clean it. Please follow them because you can knacker the cookware if you don't. Brilliant. I'll go to the yurt. So guys, welcome to your yurt, which is here. There's a couple of things I need to tell you about. This door, the yurt's a bit wonky because of the I don't know why it's wonky. It just is. So the door's a bit warped, and it's important that when you open and close it, you do this. So when you're opening it, just make sure you give it a really good push, and then you turn that knob clockwise and open it, and it'll open. Oh look, there's Raven the cat. Come on, Raves. And when you're shutting it, just push it to until it clicks, right? You won't be able to get it to click from the inside, and there's a hook in there that you can hook the door to, hook the door shut when you're in the yurt. So push the door, turn the handle, and we can get in nice and easily. Then come on in here. So here you go, in the space, in the beautiful big yurt. Right, so your logs are here. This bucket and one of the kindling packs comes with the yurt. Spare ones, extras, are here. 3 boxes of wood and 3 kindling packs. And you need to pay for those, please. So if you use any of these extra 3 that are in the wire basket, you need to leave us money somewhere, either in the yurt or you can PayPal it to us or whatever, and we'll sort it out. So the fire pit outside that I showed you before, you can burn these wooden briquettes in it, but they burn very hot and very quick. So we kind of advise using real logs, which we can provide for you at a small charge, or you can get them from town. It's entirely up to you. Just give us a shout if you want them. The wood burner is here. If you follow the instructions that are provided in the check-in email and the booking confirmation email, you will be able to get that going no problem and keep it going. Do not run it with the door open under any circumstances except when you first light it to let a bit of air in to get it going. Right? Do not run it with the door open, because otherwise you run the risk of the logs falling out and setting fire to the carpet, as you will discover somebody else has done before. Okay? When you're putting the hardwood briquettes in, see them here, these little briquettes, put them in like that. So the long part of the briquette is across the fire. Don't put them in like that facing you, because they expand this way. And then when you open the door up, they push the door open and fall out. So put them into the fire like that, crossways, yeah? I might do another video specifically about the fire. So the only rules here are really relax and enjoy yourselves, and follow the house rules and the house manual, and don't set fire to anything. Happy days, eh? Enjoy your...
Yeah.